today what I'm gonna do is just explain to most people what the blueprints are or how they work in the game once human. First, the way to get to them, you press I, go to blueprints, and here you have all the blueprints. There's weapon blueprints and armor blueprints. They work pretty much the same way. First of all, there's different types of blueprints. There's Beyonder, Wanderer, Operator. As you can see on this side of the screen, you have all the types of blueprints. Stranger, Huntsman. That's the first division between the blueprints. There's also a rarity level. You got green, blue, purple, orange. And if you want to be more specific, those colors match with legendary, epic, fine, and common. And then the other thing that blueprints have is a star system. The stars are basically how upgraded the blueprint is. And all that upgrading does is it gives you more damage. So right now with 1 star, this weapon that I have, the Jaws, it has 751 damage per shot. So basically every time you press it will do 751 damage minus range, minus armor, minus a bunch of things. But that's the base damage. If you upgrade the weapon or the blueprint to have more stars, that damage number will increase. And if you want to see how much it increases, you can go to 1 and then see here in the enhancements. If you hit T, it will show you exactly what changes from one to the next. There's nothing else in changes, it's just that damage. In the case of the R500, you go from 994 to 1043 to 1093 and so forth. And you can just click and drag and you can see how much damage goes up. Another thing to keep in mind with that damage is that the damage of the weapon is not only dictated by the blueprint, it's also dictated by the tier that you're crafting it at. The tier 1 weapon will only do 170 damage and a tier 5 weapon will do 994 in my case. Keep that in mind. So there's those 3 things that describe a blueprint. The other thing is to know if it's already unlocked. If it has a K and it's grayed out, it's still locked. And if it's unlocked, meaning you can craft it already, it doesn't have that K. And it's the same for armor. Works exactly the same way. Everything that I'm going to talk about applies to both. So now the type, meaning this Wanderer, Beyonder, Operator, cannot be changed, as well as rarity. This blue, green, orange, purple, that never changes. Doesn't matter how you upgrade the blueprint or what you do to it, that will always remain the same. But what you can change is the stars. You can upgrade those stars like I mentioned before. To upgrade them, you just need fragments. And to be able to unlock the blueprint, like in this case of these jaws, you need blueprints that are for the jaws. Let's say I wanted to upgrade this shotgun instead, ACS 12. I have 10 fragments, as you can see in this number 10 for that gun, which I don't have yet unlocked. You can even see here in this panel at the top it says 10 out of 60. That means that I need 50 more for a total 60 fragments to be able to unlock it and be able to craft it. For unlocking a weapon, you need fragments of that specific weapon. So you need ACS 12 Netherworld fragments to be able to unlock it. If you have fragments, for example, of this DB12 backfire frag, if you have 500 of them, you wouldn't be able to unlock this weapon. That's number 1. Number 2, how to upgrade stars on a blueprint when you already have it unlocked. You use fragments as well. And in that case, when you already have it unlocked, you can use fragments of any other weapon as long as it is the same type and the same rarity. So to upgrade this shotgun, let's say the DBSG Dual Fury, I would need Juggernaut Epic fragments. As you can see here, it's a very indicator of how many fragments you have. So in my case, I have 100 Juggernaut fragments. So in principle, I will be able to unlock it, except for if you hover your mouse over it, it will tell you of what rarity those fragments are that you have. So in my case, I only have 100 fine or blue Juggernaut fragments. So I won't be able to upgrade this weapon, but any other Juggernaut blue weapon, I will be able to upgrade. Again, if you don't have epic Juggernaut fragments, you won't be able to upgrade a weapon. It's the same for any other one. If you don't have green Huntsman fragments, you won't be able to upgrade this one. The only thing besides that is if I had, for example, purple Huntsman fragments, I will be able to upgrade it. It only goes higher, not lower. Meaning to upgrade this Juggernaut Dual Fury, purple one, I will be able to use purple Juggernaut fragments or golden legendary fragments, but not blue or green. Now the question is, how do I get those fragments? There's 3 things. There's quest rewards. You just do quests and it gives you a fragment. Sometimes it gives you enough fragments to unlock a weapon. Like it's the case, I believe, with this SMG, it will give you enough fragments to unlock that weapon. Number two, mystical chests. In strongholds or in certain areas, let's say this area, you have a mystical chest as long with a gear crate and a weapon crate. When you open that mystical chest, which is the one that is yellow and black with a red beam coming out of it, that chest will give you on occasion fragments. It could give you armor fragments or it can give you weapon fragments. Sometimes it will give you enough to unlock the weapon or the armor, or sometimes it won't. That's how you get them. The first time that you open a gear crate or a weapon crate, you also have a chance to get it, but any times after that, you won't be able to get it. Also, mystical crates can only be opened once per season. So once you open a mystical crate here, if you go back to it again, you will see it is open. You cannot open it again. The gear crates and the weapon crates can be opened again, but they won't give you any blueprints after that first time. Just keep that in mind. And the last thing to be able to get blueprint fragments is this wish machine, which has two ways to do it. You either press G to the blueprint shop and you can buy them here with this currency called StarCrumb. If you put your mouse over it and you just hit H, it will tell you exactly how to get that StarCrumb. And you can buy specific weapons. Legendary costs like 8,000, epic costs 2,000. Gear is the same. These pieces are key pieces, which you can have as many as you want to be able to craft them, but you can only have one equipped, and they boost certain types of damage. And then you have armor sets. This you just buy, you get the amount of StarCrumb, you buy the blueprint, and then you can craft it. Now, the other way is the Make-A-Wish, and it's just mini games. It's basically just whack-a-mole. When you hit play, if you have enough StarCrumb, you hit play, and every time you hit a llama or a mole, you would spend a certain amount of StarCrumb every time you hit it. If you hit, but you missed hitting the mole, you won't lose the StarCrumb. You only spend them when you actually smack the mole. Once you hit that hole, it will be locked, and then you only have the rest to hit. And that is good because what that means is you can finish it. You can never hit a mole and not get something out of it. Once you zero out all of this, you see here 0 out of 2, 2 out of 13, 0 out of 1, so forth. Once you zero it, you got everything out of it, and most of these games will go away and you won't be able to do them again. This first one, the Echoes from the Rift, that will just reset and it will give you some arbitrary different ones. In this game, everything is arbitrary, so you will get a legendary weapon. It's just the order in which it will give it to you, it's the randomness of it. And that's basically how you get everything.